And yeah, and so again, it was like, yeah, it was angrifying and frustratious for so long. And then, but then, I looked into it, and then I looked into the numbers, and then you look into the numbers, and then it's just like, why? Oh man, there was this one time I was hitting a dude. I got 3 red X's in a row. Okay, when you hit someone, it's either white, orange, or blue. So you either hit blue or orange armor, or you either white. You hit them, and you hit them white. You're hitting them, and then when you hit red, they go down, right? So I got like 3 reds in a row. What the fuck does that even mean? So then you look into like damage ranges, and so like your damage drop off. Oh my god, the way they treat shotguns just like garbage in that game. I mean, like, yeah, it's a weird, silly experience. Like I said, like I got bored with assault rifles. We're talking about Warzone, by the way, and so I got bored with assault rifles and bullets. I got bored with bullets. So the Bal 20, the Jack conversion kits, which are the coolest things, which fucking Black Ops 7 got rid of a bunch of Jack conversion kits. Those ugly bastards. Like the Baz B had this like lever action like cowboy rifle, the Rifleman, and they got rid of thank God they did not get rid of the greatest Jack conversion kit, the Bal 27, Val as I like to call her, the fucking laser rifle. And it is and that is like the part of the addiction of that game. That gun is just so much fun to fire off. And all the addicting factors of that game of like the whatever it is, like I said, the rush of fighting people, but really like fighting people is cool for me. Like I love Helldivers, and I love the glory of the camaraderie, of the unification of the squad, of the discipline of that silent communication of 4 different dudes who will never meet each other from different corners of the globe, and knowing and respecting the battlefield and their teammates. There's nothing like that. And so line of sight and resupply and reinforce, and so my favorite, I think we're about to fight a squid boss. Yeah. My favorite thing in Warzone is just dropping in with a team that knows what they're doing, and who fucking cares what happens next, because it's all just so random. But 3 other people who relatively, because then a lot of another. I've hated that game for so many reasons, and then but it also is just all the way that, and I don't hate the game for it because it's not the game's fault, but it's what people bring to it. And I need some water.
We'll be more prepared for whatever comes our way if we stay in a group. Speaking of prepared, make sure you have your gear in order too.
Yeah, better safe than sorry and all that.
And so that becomes another thing that you start fishing for I started fishing for in Warzone, of actually like decent teammates, like, and who care, like, I don't care, like, I'm gonna judge people for their aim. No, like, a teammate to me is someone who just like sticks with the squad, or you can go off on your own, but like you gotta back it up. And then if you die out there, like, don't be a baby and drop out or cry about it. Like, you were alone. Like, oh, accept it. I mean, like, and then those people more often, they'll then, now they drop in with the squad. Now they're sticking by real close. Like, they spend their one freebie to the gulag on like playing Rambo, and like now they're a teammate. But I mean, like, fine. Fine. Like, now they're by the squad. Or, people just kind of generally, I love the squads that just sort of like, float around each other, you know, in this kind of like molecular bond of just like of sweeping the area and kind of weaving in and out of each other. Everyone's like covering a corner and an angle and a cardinal direction. And or then my favorite, and again, and I'm always asking for too much. So like I'll really just take kind of any team that I can get. Or even like everyone drops out and it's me and one other guy, and me and that dude will just like hit up a whole bunch of recons, and then like and it's awesome. And there's been a lot of times where me and one dude have taken it home, and like yeah, you just never know. And so, but my absolute favorite kind of squad, the murder squad, like the confident ones who just keep going, keep rolling, like hit those contracts, don't shy away from a fight. Just that's when I started playing better. I was gonna say the more aggressive I got, but it's the less afraid you are, the better you'll play. Bitch smack. And you just go for it. Like the people at the end who like hide in a corner, who like get down on the ground and everything, like I can't stand it. Like just get out there, just throw yourself at it. Just who cares? And just yeah. But again, it's fishing for those. Well, I'm suddenly teleported up here. For those kinds of squads, those kinds of people, and yeah, it's where, you know, I throw away entire Saturdays just like, yeah, I have some fun games, but even like then, but a lot of them like, no, not really. And then how, like so many of them, you just go through this endless rash of just like, yeah, people being idiots, people dropping out, I don't know. And then you start getting like hungry, right? And then like, you know, it starts getting around like 2 or 3, and but you don't want to can't just end on this one, you know, like that last one was kind of crap. So now you gotta keep going, and then you just keep going, and it's just like one more, and then you win that when you win one, right? And there's like, oh good, all right, awesome. Then you end on that one, and then it's like, I don't know, yeah, you end on that one. So what was that? That was just all the circumstances all just sort of come together. Like the 4 of you cornered this one guy who like on his own, like on your own, like he could waste all of us, but like of the 4 of us, just like you just fucking dogpile him. And it's like, yay, we won, and so it will even be fun. It will be satisfying, and I will still feel empty, and I will still feel less nourished, less, you know, like warm and fuzzy and nostalgic than I will even after something like fucking this, you know. So especially after something like Trials or Legend, like, oh my god, that's, yeah. But whoops, we gotta start eating some candy. I have no idea. So many buttons on this menu. There we go. Is this gonna take? Just go. There we go. And so even kind of like now, even like today, you know, it's like he just kind of feels like so easy to just turn on, roll into. Unfortunately, I'll probably play it tonight, and it's just like, I don't totally, you know, I don't hate when I play, but like, okay, well, like last night, I kind of played too long, and then luckily it's the end of the year, and I got all this time off that I need to burn anyway, so yeah, let's just make it today, you know. But is Call of Duty like affecting you know, like my outside, like personal life, like yeah, hell yeah. And sorry, that's all that's its own guard. There's really that's no end. That's in moderation, you know, just don't be a fucking junkie. But really, so back to the headshot problem. That Call of Duty, I feel just it has a headshot problem, and when you shoot someone in PUBG, it just feels like you shot someone. Shooting someone in Call of Duty, it a lot of times it just doesn't really feel like you shot someone, you know. Especially when you don't win, especially when it doesn't work out, and okay, and see, it constantly has this feeling of like, oh well, like what was I doing? You know, it felt like I wasn't even doing anything. Well, that's the thing about Call of Duty. You kind of literally weren't doing anything. Shooting someone in the legs, the body, the arms, anything but the head. There, you know, you can be so good at that game, and the game, especially with sniping is not that hard. All right. Snapping to people and staying on them with an assault rifle, again, not especially with like auto aim. Oh yeah, and I turned auto aim off, or aim assist, and I adjusted the sensitivity like once to get it just feel okay, and I adjusted the field of view once. So again, like I don't get all super concentrated into the settings and the whatever, you know. I just go in and go for it. But once in shooting, going for headshots is playing the headshot game, and it's a game that, I don't know, for me, it's like one I just didn't want to adhere to. I didn't want to start concentrating on. Like, for me, it was enough just to hit someone, just to get my gun on someone and follow them with all their crazy bullshit and sliding and squirreling around and everything. You know, it's just enough just to lay into them. Val gets the final kill cam for some reason. Morally. Hey, look at that shot of Ramco. Like a, kind of looks like a moth. Like a dragon moth. And it's going strictly for headshots was just this other little ounce of concentration that, like, I didn't want to give Call of Duty. It's like you don't deserve it, you know. And so I knew why I was dying every time I died. I knew exactly why I died. I knew because I was shooting them anywhere else in the head. And when you get shot in the head, you know it, you feel it. There's this getting shot by a bot, there's getting shot by somebody in the body, and then there's instantaneous, no time to react. It's funny how that when you're not accustomed to it, it very specifically feels like cheating. And then when you start doing it, when you do it a couple times, then it's like, oh, that's what it feels. That now I get it. The immediacy, the disproportion of shooting someone in the body to shooting someone in the head in Warzone, it's a little wide, you know. So it's like, when you're behind someone, let's say you somehow, like, someone turns a corner, you're both running, you're behind them, you start shooting them in the back. You could shoot them up to the point you could break their armor, right? And then they could turn around, boom, zip you in the face for a fraction of a second. And I've you know, I've been around some people, and not a lot of people know what a second means. Like, that 1/1000 actually is part of it. And so, when there's enough time between if you're not shooting someone in the head, you're almost essentially not shooting them at all. You're just alerting them of your presence behind you. You're giving them the hit marker is just an indication of a direction of there's someone behind them. So then they can turn around and they will lock on your head and they will take you down instantaneously. You're thinking if I just shoot them enough, they'll go down. For them, there is no shooting enough. There's simply, it's almost that for them, for players who just shoot at the head, that's when the game starts to feel like you're just actually shooting people and it's kind of real. Before that, outside of that, and that's the thing where it's like in Uncharted 3, the health that you were given in multiplayer was really stupid, and it helped. They wanted to emphasize the parkour and the movement over the gunplay. And Uncharted 4, right, 3, right? I said 3 did it stupidly. 4 brought it back. 2 was a little more normal because 2 didn't have all the movement and everything. 4 brought it back to respect both modes of play, where it's just like, yeah, jumping around can get you out of situations, but straight up shooting someone is also worth something. Shooting, there's shooting someone in the head in Warzone, and then there's really just wasting your time, and is the other alternative. And bots, they don't help with this, because you just sit there and you just kind of, your bots are there to train for headshots. But again, it's this weird, and I'm assuming other people are having it, because it's I have where it's just like I don't, and again, I don't really care, and it's another reason why I bring the Bal 27, because it's not inaccurate, but it has a hell of a kick to it. So I just remove myself from even the possibility. And so again, like, this is why I brought up the sniping thing of why I don't snipe. I'm like, and it's sort of why I ran shotguns in Uncharted, where it's just like, yeah, you know what? I'm taking myself out of the headshot game. So like the laser pinpoint accuracy of a rifle or an SMG or something, I don't care. I don't want to play that game. I'm going to play the laser rifle game, where there's a burst of 5 lasers and they go in kind of a crazy direction, and the hits and the breaks and the downs that I've gotten with that thing is just really, really fun. And like I said, that's why I brought up sniper. It's like, no, I don't snipe, and it's not because I'm taking myself out of the sniping game. It's because I smashed the sniping game back in the day, and I don't fucking feel like doing it again. And so that's part of the main, that is the hugest part of that weird feeling that everyone has with Call of Duty, that everyone sort of disagrees about, that where a lot of this anger and frustration comes from. It's simply that, man. It's really simple. You didn't shoot them in the head. There's nothing to cry about. There's nothing to bitch about. If you're dead, if you're in the gulag, it's because you weren't getting headshots. That's it. Now, if you were really, really, really trying for headshots, and you know it, and you saw it, and you were getting them, and then the other person got theirs, well, dude, get frustrated all you want. I mean, then that's, you're in your own. Oh, I still have that bastard's key. Then that's in a whole nother realm of knowledge and information that, you know what, I don't even have, and the majority of people don't have. And then if you're really getting headshots and it doesn't work out, well, then that's some connection bullshit. That's all sorts of stuff. What does this fishmonger have to say? Nothing. And so yeah, so that is Warzone. I used to be able to play until the sun comes up, and not anymore. It is physically and emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, it's a very draining experience, and so it's hesitant, weird to call it a game. There's also all the, obviously it's the social windmill of it, you know, being there with, like I said, with, you know, my coworkers, or not even. Oh, okay. And then what I was gonna say with people. Okay, what the fuck is this though? All right, I have it. I don't have proxy chat on. Because I don't have proxy chat on, and I have party only as for my chat, right? So I have, you know, my coworkers, and so I mean, like I know I'm friends with them, so like we can hear each other, right? And so then there's other people who will pop into the party, like when we squad up, and then we get randoms. Like there are times when yeah, I can hear them.
People of the fair city of Illistana have awaited your arrival with great anticipation.
The capital is but beyond Pritta Ridge. Once you arrive, Her Majesty
and so
request an audience with you.
But then there's like all the time I can't hear people. It's like they're muted, their mics are off, they don't have a headset, and I don't know. I sort of so long, all these months, there was like majority of time I would not hear anybody. Okay, then just for shits, because it started happening more, where my teammates, because they have proxy chat on, they could, but not because of proxy chat, they could hear other people. They could hear other people in the team, in my team with me. I couldn't hear this, but they could. And so I'm like, what the fuck? So then I went to the chat settings, and I put it on all lobby. So it's still, I'm getting the comms will pop up. I can't hear anything, but I'm getting the red comms are now popping up. And I'm starting to hear more of my teammates and squad mates now. I mean, so what the hell is that? Of just between the difference of that setting of party only and all lobby, where it's still just within the party, I'm still only hearing the people within the party, but all lobby allows me to hear in the party more often. Like, what the fuck is that? Oh man. Okay, before I forget, dumbest design choice I've ever come across with anything, the PS4. All right, if you wanted to turn off the PS4, you go to the power options, right? You go over to power, you hit options, you go there, and what's the first option? The very first option that pops up that you're already on is enter rest mode, right? And it's like, no, I don't want rest mode, I just want to turn it off. So then you go down to more options, right? So you go down to more options, and then a new menu pops up, and then what's the first option on that new menu? Like, are you fucking kidding me? No, like I already told you I don't want to put it in the rest mode. Why would the option for rest mode be in a sub menu that I already moved away from another menu? I already went away from the option of rest. Why would I want to go into another menu to see fucking rest again? Okay, PS5 controller?
It became my second home.
If the light is on, if the light is lit and on, the orange light is engaged on the controller, the microphone is muted. Are you, what? Like, light... No, off. I'm sorry, I have that totally wrong. Because that sounds normal. What I said just sounds normal. But no, what it actually is totally fucking backwards. If the light is on, the microphone is off. The microphone is mute when the light is on. Because that fucking makes sense. Because when you flip on the sign that says on air, and the light comes on, yeah, you know, the air is dead and you can't hear anything. Because that, what the fuck is that?
I'm not sure if I've ever seen my parents get angry. All I can think of is their smiling faces.
The menu though, in because they've updated now Warzone, and the menus move way better. They move way smoother. The game would crash on me in the weapons menu, just trying to flip through Modern Warfare 1, like 2 and 3 guns. That would. The game would freeze a couple times during the match. That hasn't happened in a while, but yeah, the outright crashes would just be within trying to navigate the menu. But the menu's much more. It's trimmed. It's cleaned up. Doesn't really. I don't know. Not that it, whatever. What is a feeling in Call of Duty? Call of Duty really has no feeling, but it does distinctly feel like Battlefield now. It just has this more like trying to be. It's just like early 2000s kind of like futurism, like cool digital, sort of feel to it. There's this very like PS2 kind of feel to the menu of Call of Duty now. So, but yeah, so I don't know, that's Call of Duty. That's my experience with Call of Duty.
Everything in the distance is part of the capital, right?
Yes, it's one of Illustana's...
And I've kind of brought up this before, but now, like, you know, with the mole bears, with the, like with the other games, they're just, the rabbits are just, like, they're not even really, they're sort of bouncing, they're that one kind of, he's taking a little journey, 3, 4 bounces. Other than that, they're just like this cut and paste, you know, just like selection out of like a box of like, here, like placement of enemies, just bloop right here in the middle of the road. And they just have this very bored, unnatural, like, just not part of the environment kind of look to them. And just one of those things that the game just really fails on really hard. And then Legend does it in a weird way, where you don't have your weapon out at all until you're in a battle, so you don't get to smash pots, and which is a terrible thing to take away from people. You should always be able to swing your weapon, you know, for no reason. The greatest things in video games have no reason. And so in Legend, you get into a battle, and then, but it's very more like you're just very in a frame. Like, you can't even, there is no escape out of it. Like, you just need to, the battle just needs to naturally end. And then, when you win, and it's over, then you get the results screen, which, like, everything stops, and then it's this very, like, Final Fantasy, like, screen comes up of experience, shit like that, everything just sort of stopping all of a sudden, and money, and it really doesn't need to be there, and it is constantly interrupting the flow of, again, like, I was running through a field, I ran into that battle, and now we're continuing to run, and now we're all poisoned. Use these herbs that you never use. It's really just curing the annoyance of that noise. Like, I don't like losing 1 health for a couple seconds ain't bad. And then you just keep running, right? But in Legend, like, you engage the battle, you do the battle, and then bam, then the results screen shows up. And then sometimes you might take like 3 steps, and you're immediately right in another battle. And then you're going through the same thing, and it is. Oh, I'm sorry, bird. Sacred purple bird. And it is quick enough, but, like, again, some of this kind of builds up. A weird option in Legend. I don't think originally, but maybe now it's been included, is that you can turn off encounters, which for some of these areas, it's kind of like being able to fast forward through a game with the time, where it's just like, yeah. It's just kind of nice at this point. Like, some of this is just really taking a little too long. And there was this one time where I was flipping through the menu and I accidentally turned off encounters. And so I'm running through this tower, and I just thought, like, all the enemies were asleep. And then and then I realized what I did. But then I thought, oh man, if I had actually had to fight my way through that tower, like, all those floors, all of those enemies that I was passing, like, that tower already fucking took me forever to run up and down. And, like, find all the weird, like, you gotta go up a bunch of floors, and then you find, like, a hole in the floor that you can't pass, so then you have to, like, turn around, and you have to go up a bunch of other floors, then you have to, like, go out a window and jump down back to the other floor on the other side of that hole that you couldn't pass, and it's just like, yeah, this shit really takes a second. You know, then there's like the boss and everything. And so it's like, damn, if I had to actually keep on going through enemies to do that, like, yeah, which, you know, I'm gonna do it now this time going through, but yeah, you know, it's just Legend. I don't know. Legend is just really such its own thing that it does feel like a full-on fledged mana game, but in its very own way of doing anything else, taking a break from the world-ending quest, you know, that you're always embarking on. Like, you know, let's just like chill out. Like, but you know. World doesn't have to end every time. Like, what are our people doing? Actually, what are our people up to in these villages, in these farming communities, these other races? You know, like, what are their lives like? And so Legend just goes into all these. It's all just side quests and side stories and little vignettes and it knows what it is. To an aggressive degree, to a belligerent degree, and this game, I don't know what this is. This like,
We'll be able to see Illistana clearer.
it's kind of like this like MMO lollipop that just someone like stuck in their mouth, and then just sort of like dipped into like this bin of like mana. Like bits of mana sprinkles, and now you just so you just have this like spitty mana sprinkle lollipop, and again, like the enemies being very exactly what the enemies have always been is very cool. But even like the world in general, where it's just like, I do love these big open environments. The Vale, Karina's village, had kind of a mana vibe about it. This place where I'm at right now, very beautiful, but I don't know, just it's not really doing too much else. But am I in the place I'm even? Sorry, I can't remember because I do love the trees up there. I love the kind of got like the spring, summertime. You got like the fall, autumn up there. Then, so, you know what I've always loved about the mana games. Just, well, obviously, you know, the elements, the what the games have kind of always been and meant, you know, for nature. For the seasons, for just the passage of time. It's yeah. Karina's satisfied. She's entertained.
Got it.
But again, which is it? It's not bad. It's not bad. It's easy. It's easy to do. It's easy to just kind of lose yourself. You just start wandering around. Look at that sunlight, though. Man. I don't know. I mean, it's shit like that. It's shit like. It's very Banjo-Kazooie, of just like, oh, go collect the floaty thingies, and that is something that is, you know, man is not this like platformer, just pick up the coins kind of stuff, and bees just sitting there just doing. Oh, and then there's not even. Oh, there. I mean, there are. I guess there are times like you fight. See, I need to just start making these wild accusations at the game of like interspecies mingling, but there's, I don't know, like, you know, just got the bees just hanging out in the middle of the road too. Like, what are they doing there? Like, they're not even. Where's their territory? Or it's like they're just wait. It's like they're a biker gang just waiting for trouble, just to be ruffians. But I think yeah, like you got the queen bee, and then you got the little the hooded kid down here. So yeah. But again, just showing you, they're just standing here waiting for me to come in here and start whooping their ass. Like they're not. It just doesn't feel like they're out there in nature, just being there, you know.
All my rigorous training has paid off.
Now, I'm not saying I don't like a collectathon, because obviously I fucking put up with this game enough. But yeah, no, I do. This level is this area is cool because you go from again the very kind of the dark greens to this gold.
Marina?
You know, it's kind of harvest.
No, I couldn't. I'm already blushing.
Are you
What?
embarrassed by a nickname?
No, I'm just happy to know that you
We're about to
close enough
come upon the town, the kingdom, that tower out there of our next teammate, and where that giant ball of water is hanging out over there. And you can guess her affinity for the elements, and I can't remember. I cannot remember her name. Let's go find out.
A fine opportunity to rest.
Activate this tree.
Welcome to the capital of the deep, Illistana.
Wow.
City floating on water.
So this is what the world's biggest city looks like.
It may look grand now, but this city wasn't always as bustling as it is today. Its beginnings were quite humble. When the Aqua Orb began supplying the area with water, the people followed. Eventually, those people set off across the ocean and brought back trade and commerce. The people in their city ebb and flow like the water that gave them prosperity. It's always changing. Now that I'm back in Illistana, I'm beginning to realize just how trapped I was in the past. I look forward to taking these first steps into the future with all of you.
Shut the fuck up, Morley. God. This is a beautiful town.
Our fair city.
City, sorry, excuse me.
Hey, we met you in Ledgus, right?
Do you know where we can meet up with the Alm of Water?
1,000 apologies, but the Alm of Water has not yet been appointed.
I'm sensing a pattern in our adventure so far.
Yeah, this new fairy's slacking, but your old fairy would have gotten this shit together by now.
Maybe we just walked fast and got ahead of schedule?
I'm afraid that we, too, would have expected the Alm from Illistana to have been chosen by now.
Yeah, I have expected,
Our supply has recently slowed
the last
down.
fairy.
The fairy doesn't name an Alm soon. I fear the capital may fall upon hard times.
However, now that the convoy of alms has arrived, we can begin preparations for the rites, regardless
Yeah,
of the current status of our alm.
The alms rites of initiation will be held this evening in the Sanctorium. You've only just arrived in the capital, but hopefully that is not too sudden for your convoy.
You are free to roam the city at your leisure, but if you wish for some respite, we have prepared rooms for our esteemed guests in the palace.
There are many places within the city that are particularly...
And yeah, so it's just, it's
For
so,
instance, the market has
so much nicer to just,
all corners of the world.
one nice thing about Call of Duty, it made me realize just how nice it was, just how much I miss just playing a game.
Time to take a turn in it.
Please,
Enjoy
enjoy
your
your
stay.
stay.
Cause yeah, I want to do a run through Resident Evil, first one.
The official mentioned the fountain in the
I haven't touched that in a while.
I'd like to do a bit of shopping if I can.
A little rusty. Kind of like with Doom. Holy shit! Like I had the shareware of Knee Deep in the Dead, so you know I've seen that a million times. But it wasn't until way the fuck later that I ever I played Doom 2 a bit, but like it was a while until I saw either Shores of Hell or Inferno. So I'm not familiar with them at all. Looks like Halloween is going on here. Yeah, man, Forgot how much this always reminded me of running around villages and places in 14. So trying to get through like Shores of Hell, like I don't even I have done. I got Doom 3, which blows ass, by the way, on the PS3. And included in Doom 3 is Doom 1 and 2, and I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Like, I've never seen, you know, and so let's do it. And I did. On Ultra Violence, and yeah, I died a lot, and I saved a lot, and so, but to get through it, actually, again, like, I've seen it all maybe just that once, so to actually get through it, like, you know, seamlessly, you're gonna need to work our way up to that. And I was running the first level for a little while here now, and I accidentally got out of it twice, and then every time I would attempt it again, I couldn't remember what I did, or what switch, or where there was another teleporter that opened up, and I couldn't even get out of the first fucking level. Until, again, I just accidentally found I was running around, and then I remember to make a note of it, mentally, of, instead of just rushing on to the next level, of like, oh, you hit the switch behind a Cacodemon, and then that opens up a portal at the bottom of the stairs, and then that is where the exit is. Like, the exit's not that well hidden, but I just kept on missing that this portal would open up out of nowhere, because you just kind of keep on rushing out.
Welcome.
Which money? I think we were into the hundreds of lucre, of dollars there a second ago, and we're back with 4,000. So that's what he gets. That's what he gets. He gets he's a tank. He's the tank. He gets the spear and shield. Cannot yet, but if we don't have it, we're buying it. And there goes all of our money. Let's get more later. And so, oh, hey, Dubbear, what do you got for us? Babu-doo. Dabba-doo-da. Okay, he can hang on to this stuff for a while. We don't need to start juicing up yet.
The palace is impressive. Not that I have many others to compare it to. Can't get too carried away, or I'll get lost in the sea.
It's kind of like our hometown volcano. Get out of the flowers. And here she is. Oh my.
Apologies.
Were you hurt?
Sorry.
Were you hurt by these rippling muscles that caught you?
Oh no! Did you hurt yourself when you tripped?
Looks like a sprained ankle. It'd be best if you rested for a bit. I'll stay with our new friend until they can walk. Feel free to explore Illistana without me.
Smooth, Morley. Why don't you guys buzz off?
Don't hold back on my account.
Hope that guy at the fountain wasn't hurt too badly. At least Morley's going to stay with him just in case. Time to check out the palace. Who knows when I'll get another chance after all.
Who knows?
Yes!
Oh, is this Nicolo's? What do you gotta say, Karina? Yeah, this does look interesting, doesn't it? And we cannot engage with it, but I believe this is Nicolo's shop. Nicolo, the racist bunny. Not in this game. In Legend, he really lets all of his true colors fly, and yeah, he's kind of an ass. We sort of sweeten him up here. I can see through it, but yeah, he Legend. I fucking hate that he's the opening. He's the first. Well, you don't have to. Well, really, that's the weird thing about Legend of Mana. He's the first quest to go down, if you know, if you want to sort of properly and cleanly see the entire game. Just get him out of the way, and He's just a crappy
Oh, we did not
kind of
realize-
ambassador, like, intro to the whole land.
Receiving a
However, we can't let anyone but the alms.
But
pass. All parties other than the alms themselves must have
Yeah.
separate accommodations.
oh,
We
Kitty.
reserved a room
Yeah.
for the soul
I think
guard.
it's kitty food time.
I'm sure you may rest easy there when you need to retire.
Oh, well, thanks anyway.
It's urgent. Queen Palomina has slipped out of her room unattended again.
Hey, can't you see her in the presence of the soul guard?
Oh, sorry for the intrusion, sir.
Wait, so the queen just took off?
Her Majesty's been sneaking out a lot. It's one thing when Master Viserys is around to interfere, but we cannot keep this up.
We promised to have her back safe and sound, and in time for the ceremony tonight.
You know, sir, you may not be allowed inside the palace, but you can still go to the market.
There are wares from all over the world available in our stores. It could be worth a look.
And they're good.
Souvenirs, huh? Come to think of it, Master Fugo liked to bring back trinkets from his pilgrimages. Hina's in the market now, too.
Oh, they decided to hit up the shops.
Thanks for the heads up. Souvenirs.
Yeah, let's go thrive the economy. Let's go
Now's not the time for shopping. I've got
pump some blood into this town. City, sorry. And so yeah, so Legend. Oh man. Legend is a fascinatingly confusing, cryptic game.
Master Fugo used to bring back things like books from his travels. Hina would read them over and over until
there's a day cycle in it of, you know, kind of like, actually wait. Oh yeah, that's another thing that they got rid of. There's no night and day. There's no night and day in Visions, and there's no and there are no days in Visions, and that sucks. And that was just always, it was such a cool thing in Trials. It's a cool weird thing in Legend.
Can't live without.
And you know it affects elemental powers during that day, and then night and day affects enemies and characters in Trials.
Oh, well,
And then in Legend, like there are some quests that like won't even
That's too bad.
progress if you're not in the right location on the right day. And there's so much in there. I do not see how you could know any of it. I think it was just to
Queen Palomina.
force strategy guide sales. I really wish I had one because it's probably beautiful. Because that is
Is feeling no one.
the style, the art, and the design of Legend of Mana is
I am indeed.
it's beyond what a lot of games do now,
Morley,
and what a lot of games were doing even back then.
merchant of Astana, took care of me
And yeah, that
since
would just be another great little part of the treasure of that game.
City incognito. May I ask what was so pressing?
Oh, but
I understand you don't want to burden a stranger with personal affairs, but it is no burden.
You kind of wonder why this even came out, where this even came from.
You can
I don't know, but it's
trust
cool. I mean, well, actually, after there was the collection and the Trials, and then this.
Goddess.
I don't know. Oh, and then the goddamn
indeed an all.
remake. I did play a little of the remake of Secret, and
Several days ago, the Pharaoh
that's
visited the
just
capital, and I
dishonorable.
to accompany the
That's
convoy
just
as the
offensive.
newly appointed Alm of
Oh, this must be
Oh,
a
God,
first
just
for the
why?
royal family. How come no one has heard
Yeah.
of this?
This is a Y out of 10.
Hasn't been chosen yet.
It is because I have purposefully
It's-
concealed this information. If I were to abdicate in
I don't know, it kind of seemed, well, obviously Final Fantasy, but then it also kind of seemed like Dragon Quest, like just sort of kept on coming out. It was just this weird little
I
spike of interest in mana. But I don't know where we're at now. I doubt. I wouldn't. How could this have done well?
I was, in fact, en route to his residence when we ran into
It's kind of like Resident. It's a lot like Resident Evil 6. Resident Evil 6 is terrible. It's terribly, horribly directed. It's fucking garbage. Every 5 minutes, it is constantly ripping the controller out of your hand to show you one dumbass cutscene after another, and it just doesn't let you fucking be there with it. I mean, geez, compared to even the first ones, but I mean, just like even like 4 or 5, I love 5. 5 is the best one. 4 has too many problems. 5 is the one that is just the most honest about this new the new direction that Resident Evil took, and it's just got the action and then the monsters, and it treats both of them. It doesn't try. It just doesn't hide what it is, and it doesn't try to be scary, but then also try. It's not like any opposing ideas, clashing with each other. It's just a pretty good action game. And same as 6, where 6 never allows itself to just be fucking fun, but Mercenaries, when you take away the story and the dialogue and the terrible voice acting and everything, and you just get to shoot zombies and try to survive and gain time bonuses, the game Resident Evil 6 Mercenaries is one of the most fantastic experiences you can ever fucking have. And so it's, that kind of stuff is everywhere, and a lot of that stuff is here in Visions, but it's also inside of awful everything else. I'll take this pendant, please. Dumb long story. This kind of serious, like this very she's got a lot of relatives around the world. They're all snappy dressers too.
The best of happiness.
I hope she likes it.
Having to sacrifice yourself for the mana tree is that's kind of one of the dopest, heaviest, even kind of what's about to come up right now. Things to kind of just even talk about, just outside of video games, just existentially, just like, how would you feel about giving yourself like to Earth and knowing that the sun is going to rise and snow is going to fall and tsunamis are going to crush some village and wipe a bunch of people off the map, and knowing that you'll be part of that cycle. You'll be an avalanche, and you'll be a cocoon. And this game, I don't know what it treats it like. Just like a lot of just JRP blah-de blah.
It'll always come back over the horizon. I guess I do like that part of sunsets.
I don't know, I watched a lot of SAO, and what Japanese stuff seems to be able to do really well at is like really creepy imprisonment, touchy bondage stuff, because oh my god, like in the second one with the fairies and that girl Asuna, right, and she's all trapped up there, like, yeah, it's fine. That's the stuff that really kind of gets hard with, but like, I don't know, even like, everything going on in SAO, like I can't even remember how, but it just doesn't feel like it's what they're talking about is the thing that is actually happening. seems like they just kind of have this whole different sort of attitude about it, and different, you know.
No, nothing. Shall we head to the Sanctorium?
There's no reason to say aspirations right now. I think it'd just be like a nice sounding word that would really like full out that sentence and bring in like, oh, you know, some like interesting grammar that has been heard, but I don't think aspirations is really not connecting that with anything right now. But I don't know. But there was the cool like an SAO. There was the murder squad of people just go around just to murder people, and like yeah, there sort of was like the scariness to it of like them being trapped in it, and so yeah, I mean that's I don't know. I guess I like the story of that, but
Hope we won't have to wait too long.
I don't know, like, but like cells at work, you know, where it's like, yeah, we're sort of dealing with like the life and death of the human body, but also it's like that's a very goofy show, but it's great because it presents crazy, right up hard to the point, you know, of like science stuff, but then also in this really silly kind of high school romantic way. But then you start getting into all the shows, and then all the tropes start getting into that silly tee-hee high school, there's the cute boy way, you know, and it's like, I don't know, it's just these feelings that JRPG stories always have, and like the way that they're even talking like right now, and it's just this weird expectation of it all, of like, I don't know, it all translates this way, the same all the time, and it would be so like weird to out of character to see these people to have kind of like different almost like everything's kind of treated like this whole, I guess it's like kind of like that old Japanese theater, you know, it's like this very like dramatic, like operatic kind of feel to it, but like, you know, even Power Rangers had it, which again has its roots in the culture, and so. But that's the feeling. Like that's the feeling that this kind of brings up. That Power Rangers, like that, whoosh whoosh. That, you know, like they're striking their poses and they're making their really like, oh guys, we got to do this, you know, and they're uppercuts. And and it just gets to be a little. It's sort of one notey, you know.
Your duty is all
Palomina, here we are. I'm just realizing right now, yes, this is her. She's been in... Well, she was also in disguise, or, you know, started to give her away at the fountain, but and then here she is now. Oh, and this guy shows up. Yeah, we got your key. What do you want for it?
The Alm of Wood can be found along your path to the Tree of Mana. You will be expected to meet them at Elusia Isle, as is the custom. While the Alms of Light and Darkness have yet to be named, they should be arriving in the capital in due time. However, the remaining Alm is already here, in this very room.
You mean the Alm of Water? But they haven't been named yet.
Or have they?
Is you, Your Majesty.
How could you possibly know?
Yeah, good question.
Master Passar is correct. I have indeed been named the Alm of Water.
Okay. That was a really weird transition from those two thoughts and emotions and sentences.
Hide this fact out of malice. Pray forgive the pretense.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. She meant like, how did you fucking know? Like, how does anyone else know?
I, Palomina, accept my duty as Alm.
Sorry, false judgments.
Your Majesty, O gracious Alm of Water, please faithfully see your duty through to its end. The world is depending on you.
But how did he fucking know?
Yes, ma'am?
I am counting on your protection on our journey to the Tree of
Alright, we
Mana.
got 30 seconds till this hour's up, so we gotta get to a tree.
Fellow alms, I am in your hands.
Ten seconds. Do I have control?
Your Majesty.
Oh no, there's more story. Okay, we might have to do a small little appendium.
Now that my